This is the Skeinz Diaries, Monday, the 4th of November. And yeah, it's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks. Sorry I didn't come and see you last week. Between Labour weekend and then, yes, had the Leavers Mass for my son on Thursday, which was very exciting. The week just disappeared and got away. But I hope you've all had a very good week and managed to get some knitting done, managed to snap up some of the final elements of Socktober, which of course was loads of fun. And I have a confession to make. I haven't even gotten to draw the prize yet for the speakeasy, but I will be doing that as soon as I finish here, and I will definitely get that out to our winner this afternoon. So thank you, everybody who posted up for Socktober. This month, you may have already seen, and I've already forgotten it already. Wicked. Wicked is our theme for this month. I think it's the theme for this month. Is it the theme for this month? Oh, good grief. This is what happens when you do. I've got what I call menopausal memory. I just can't remember anything. It's hopeless. Mischief. There you go. Mischief. I knew it was something with black cats. So Mischief is the theme for this month. So show us the mischief that you're getting up to with your knitting. Make sure you tag it in the Skeinz Speakeasy and you will go into the draw to win a prize pack from us. And it's been so good actually in the Speakeasy to see everybody who has been knitting with all the new Papillon yarns. It has been great. I see it looks like there's a Hocus Pocus that's just gone up there. So if you need to have a look at that, there's also plenty of other really gorgeous shades. And in fact, Sue Taylor, bless your heart, Sue Taylor has just posted up the Hocus Pocus that she's just started in a shawl, but she's also got the Serenity print and she's done a shawl in the Spring Fling. So if you're not a member of the Skeinz Speakeasy, that is the place to be because people share their projects. So if you want to see how something knits up, you can go and have a look over on the Speakeasy. So thank you so much for doing that because it does make a huge difference, even for us, because often we get the yarns in, we send them off to be tested, or we literally will do something like that. That doesn't, good morning everybody, that doesn't give everybody an indication of what things look like. You really don't know until you get it up into a project and see what it looks like. So I was absolutely thrilled to see those. It's just gorgeous. So thank you so much for doing that. It's brilliant. Also too in there, and I see you've just arrived, there's Fiona's, I know, posted lots of really gorgeous stuff up lately as well. There is heaps. It's some really pretty projects. She's just put up, I'm saying she, could be he, but Chris has just put up a Spring Fling, just started a gorgeous pattern there in Spring Fling. Looks gorge. It's just Spring Fling here. Absolutely gorgeous. And Solange, I'm gonna have to show you this because it's just too freaking cute. This is just too freaking cute. Solange's cat. There we go. I mean, look, I mean, hello. How can you not love that face? Look at that. It's what we love to see. And of course, one of your absolutely gorgeous bags, no doubt, there's Solange. So yes, if you want to know where all the action happens with knitting at all in New Zealand and the communities, the Skeinz Speakeasy is where it happens. Right, new stuff this morning. I put it out first thing. You probably have already seen it in your inbox and the socials. I was teasing you the other week with this Black Pearl. Yeah, so those of you may remember we had Black Pearl. It's been at least 3 years. I know we moved over here with some Black Pearl, so it could even be 4 actually. And Black Pearl and Pearl have always been yarns. They're done in a twist-on-twist construction like our orb, but they've always been yarns that have been recycled and made with ultra premium fibre. So I'm talking the finest merinos, very fine alpaca. The first two, Pearl and Black Pearl, had a little bit of silk content in there, and they are sort of super premium. This time round, it's just merino alpaca. So using very fine merino, both super fine plus organic merino in there. And then we've also had some very fine coloured alpaca. It's stunning coloured alpaca that we've had, and it had gone through. I'm trying to think the other range it had gone through on. Oh, some of it had been used in Neros. There's just other little bits and pieces. So anyway, all the leftovers from that have actually gone in to create black pearl, and some of that actually coloured alpaca we used to use for. It would sort of be used just for some other ranges, and it would end up. And there's one range that we make, but we don't sell. So if you put two and two together, it's got coloured alpaca in it. Anyway, that has lurked up, and there they all are there. And so this is black pearl. They look a little, actually, they look a little washed out actually on the screen there. They're actually more saturated than that in real life. The colours have been inspired by the colours of the Caribbean, essentially. And we've got, this is Grenada. We've got Grenada, Curacao, St. Kitts. This one is Nassau, Sparrow, which is the original. So that's the natural base colour. This one is, what is this one? This one is Aruba, Jamaica, and Barbados. And they're utterly delicious. Really delicious. Now, the thing about these yarns is that they're all sort of designed to work together. They're that beautiful twist on twist construction, but it's the bounce. Look at this. So you can see it there, right? Lots of bounce. And it's because it's untreated. So if you had any of the incognito that we had a little while ago that I know so many of you loved, that was also in this construction and untreated, it's very similar to that in feel and bounce, because so the bounce comes from the merino and the lushness comes from the merino, but then the alpaca sort of gives it this just this gentleness in a drape, and you also get a slight little shine as well with it too, and that partially comes from a mixture between the natural coloured cream merino with the coloured alpaca. We're utterly thrilled with this, and because that's the natural base yarn colour there, you put colours over the top, so you get these really fabulously saturated colours, and we wanted those saturated colours over these because we wanted them to evoke tropical nights and fun. And see, I mean, as you know, there's a reason why this has been sitting on my desk for like a month, because you know me in hot pink. I love hot pink. I just adore all these colours, absolutely all of them. Because they're not treated, there's a little bit more with them in terms of this. It's not so slippy slidey, so it means that if you're wanting to do some colour work, it'll work really well with colour work. It won't. You'll be able to steek it, no problems. It will look great, amazing on textured stitches. So if you're feeling like a little bit masochistic and you want to do something completely out there and bonkers and crazy, and you feel like taking on either the field sweater or the field cardigan like I did last summer, I have to admit black pearl would make a stunning field sweater or field cardigan. Like, it really would. The grains would pop with this so beautifully. And then you'd have that lovely stocking stitch. You'll get a beautiful smooth fabric. Your ribbing will be as crisp as crisp. It will be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Any traveling stitches, cables, lace work. This is the thing. With that smooth cylindrical twist on twist construction, you get these really crisp stitches and very beautiful smooth fabric. But unlike our orb, which is shrink treated, so you get sort of a very much what I almost call like almost a cotton feel to it. Like, it's very, very, very smooth and very satiny. With this, you actually get the bounce and the lushness, because although all that goodness, see, hasn't been stripped out in the process to make it machine washable. And let's face it, if you're going to go to do something like a field cardigan or something really incredible as a garment, the last thing you're going to do is throw it in the machine for it to stretch and do what have you. You're going to hand wash it anyway, even if it were in a machine washable yarn. Well, I do. So absolutely delighted. Really, really happy with this. So that's up and available now. It's $8.95 a ball. And knowing the quality of the fibres that have gone in there from the recycled batches, it is such good going. I mean, we've been able to pass on the savings for such a premium product to you by doing that. So $8.95 a ball, so it's still fantastic knitting and anybody's money. So yes, I'm so excited about this. Oh, and see, this is a problem. Then we get this, and then I get excited, and I think I want to cast on something new with the new yarn. I know this will probably end up being my summer yarn project. I think it's between that and the Gaia, because there's also one of the colours in Gaia that I am lusting after deeply, which is the acorn. Like, I love it. I love it. It's a precious, and I need it. I really love it. But I've got to finish everything I've got on the needles, like the Whisper 12 ply vest, which I still haven't touched. I haven't touched for a month. And I looked at it on the weekend and I went, yeah, no. And I was naughty. And did jump back to my bluebell. So I'm knitting Seizure Bluebell at the moment. Some of you may have had the bluebell from our epic sale about, how many epic sales ago was that? 3, maybe 4 epic sales ago. So I've got this beautiful pewtery silver. So I was naughty and I did this instead. Only because it's just so brainless. And that's where I'm at the moment, because I have totally, is anyone else here totally, like I've gone through this phase where I've totally lost my knitting mojo. And usually when I lose my knitting mojo, I will resort to my crocheted scrappy blanket, but it's been a bit warm for that. So I actually pulled this out. So this is going to be, and as you look at the size of it, it's quite big, but it's actually fine because I've designed it. I want it to be a big boxy style cardigan. So it is oversized. Right, so it is I'll hold it up next to me. So it is deliberately oversized because I'm designing it to go over the top of, I've got a couple of dresses and stuff which is sort of sleeveless. So, and even though this will probably be sleeveless, it'll be like this. It'll come down to here, whereas these are, yeah. So this is just to sit over the top of them. But look at that fabric with the sequins. So pretty. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I have actually now divided for front and back. So I've just, as you can see, I've literally just done an inch on the front there. So I'm just sort of going to head up the front and back, exactly the same. I think I'm at the halfway point with the yarn. And I'm essentially going to go until I get close to running out of yarn, put some seams in, and that's it. It's done. Just literally will sit over the top. What I will do is, now that I'm sort of heading up, I will probably start putting, oh no, I'm not even going to do that actually, because I'm going to have it, because it's so boxy, it'll give me a sleeve down to here. So that's probably what I'm going to do. The only thing that I might, instead of just doing a straight boxy sleeve, I may put some short rows in to mold that shoulder cap over. But you know me, I'll make that decision when I get there. Oh, Carolyn, you're making me feel naughty and bad. Carolyn saying, morning all, making first of 3 Christmas cakes while watching this. Oh, gosh, it's that time of year, isn't it? It is that time of year. Do need to get on to those. I haven't even thought about anything like that. Now, I do have one more thing to show you before I disappear. It's up and live. I'll probably send the newsletter out in the next couple of days. We've got the new colour for Highlander Heathers. Now, it was supposed to be both in DK and Sport, but they ended up only doing DK. Don't ask me why, but it's only in DK. So I apologise now. And if you're saying, oh, will it be in Sport? No, it won't be, because they literally twisted everything into DK. So we're sorry about that. But it's called Mayflower. There it is in the middle. And there's a reason why I've gone and put it in with these colours here. And it's because in the Mayflower, it is this lovely sort of blue. We were kind of hoping it would be a little bit more turquoisey, but it still doesn't matter. Can you see these slight little hints in the heathering? Just little hints of sort of pinks in there. Let's move my head out of the way. It might focus on that. Can you see that? It's really pretty. So it's sort of kind of bluish. I'm just trying to think, what is it like? It's like a soft sort of bluey, but with these little subtle bits of pink. And when you put it with these guys, like it works fantastically with Stornoway. It looks sort of tones green with Brigadoon. It sort of tones purpley whatever with Stornoway. It picks up the pink if you sit it next to the Glencoe. There it is next to the Oban. It's those two are a great combination. So if you were going to do some colour work, some rustic colour work, yeah, Pauline's saying it looks a little bit like denim. Yeah, it has got that kind of denim feel to it. So those all work beautifully well together. You've also then got the rose wool. So we'll go with the rose wool. And then if you need to see what it looks like blue wise, and this is why I kept this one out. Whereas you have the Scotch Mist, which is a very clean, a very sort of ice blue, whereas the Mayflower is just that sort of soft, sort of more earthy, sort of blue green. It's a very natural tone. So I'm really thrilled with it. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely colour. So that is actually like Delene's salts. I know, because Delene got to see I think I showed you the scratching, didn't I, Delene? It was going to be more intense, and that's what we were hoping for. But once it got blended, it just sort of softened down. This is the trouble when you're doing heathers like this, because it's so difficult. Like, you can do it on a small scale, and then when you scale it up, it looks completely different. But it does look really, really pretty. And it complements actually the other colours, because it is a mid-tone, so it sits in that mid-tone space, because we've got the dark tones in Brigadoon, Stornoway and Glencoe are all dark, and then we've got the lighter shade with Oban, and then you've got sort of, Oban Scotch Mist is sort of at the lighter, cleaner end, and then in the middle you've got Rosewell and Mayflower now sitting sort of in the mid intensity. And then also too, if you want, oatmeal is a great one for that, would go really, really well with oatmeal. So if you were looking for something to do, like oatmeal as your base colour and then colour work as a pop, that would look super pretty. So that is actually up and live now. And of course, that's $8.95 as well, but for a 100-gram ball. So that's available. So yeah, go and do that. Website update. The mate over there, she's gone taken off, but she's been up to her eyeballs. We are ticking along beautifully. So at this stage, the plan is we've got this week and next week to get all our bits and pieces in and lodged to them. They're going to suck it all up. All the architecture and foundations of the architecture of the website is now sort of done. So we've now sort of we've start propagating everything in there. And then once we've got all propagated the products in there, then we need to do all the other connections that we need to do, like banking and payment pathways and accounting software linkages and newsletter linkages and all that kind of stuff, which is all very, you guys don't get to see. It's what we call the arse end of it, really. So that will all happen next week. And then the following week, we'll have a week of testing, which you got again. There'll be a few of you that may get shoulder tapped for the testing. Delene being one of them, probably. So we'll just get you to some people that we know that use the website regularly to go through and do some testing and give us some feedback. Actually, Kathy, you're another one that I might get to do with this as well. And then we'll have a testing phase, and then because there'll be bugs, there'll be things that have been missed, that have not loaded correctly. So that week we'll be going through and making sure that they're all locked down the best that we can. And then the plan, Stan, is to go fully live on the 25th of this month. That's the plan. Of course, it could all turn to custard between now and then, but that is the plan, Stan. So just make sure you stay up to date with us here, either through the diaries or look out for socials or what have you, because there may be, when we cross over and go from the old site to the new site, there could be a period of time where the site actually goes offline, but it'll only be a matter of hours probably for that, and then we'll jump into the new site. And the plan is to have it looking and working and functioning much easier than we have in the past. Oh, thank you, Margaret. Margaret's another great. So we've got that's how we're looking at doing it at this point. So it's coming together. It's exciting. We're really excited about it. At the moment, all the imagery and stuff up there obviously is all stock imagery. as we go over time, we will potentially be replacing some of that with our own photography. But it looks, it's quite different. The look and feel of it is quite different, but the pathways and all the feedback that you've given us is we've tried to build that in, and we're building the site completely bespoke. So yeah, it's really exciting, super exciting. So that's what's going to be happening this month. And I don't know about you, but the month will go just like that. We know it will. And then we'll be into Stitch in summer before we know it. We haven't even decided we've got the days mapped out, but we haven't assigned any product next to any of it. So, but that's okay. We'll be launching Stitch in Summer with a new website. So super exciting. All right, everyone, you take care. I will catch you again on Thursday. Yes, I will be here definitely on Thursday. I will see you then. Until then, happy knitting and have a great start of your week. Take care.